A little girl, Maria, living within the Colonia Dignidad, translating to the Dignity Colony, a commune of Nazi German emigrants within the south of Chile, responsible for the internment, torturing and execution of dissidents under Augusto Pinochet's dictatorial reign, is punished to 100 days and 100 nights of silence for playing with the animals, causing 3 pigs to escape. Refusing to face the psychologically torturous punishment, Maria escapes into the woods. Upon hearing the sounds of a nearby wolf howling, Maria finds sanctuary within an abandoned home where, discovering 2 lone pigs, she plays the maternal role of mother to the pigs she has adopted and transformed into her children. However, this attempt at idyllic homemaking is disrupted by the ominous voice of the wolf. This is Joaquin Cociña's and Cristóbal León's The Wolf House, a stop-motion animated film that unfolds a densely packed narrative regarding the pressures of the maternal role, the damages of Pinochet's dictatorship, and the horrific post-World War II influence of Nazis in Chile via the Colonia Dignidad. All of these thematic developments are accompanied by incredibly detailed and ambitious stop-motion animation, utilizing the painting of walls, the building and rebuilding of human models to replicate their movement, blurring the boundaries of 2-dimensional and 3-dimensional animation as these two interact and impact the other, such as when a 2-dimensional painted pig, its hooves transforming into hands and feet, swipes away a 3-dimensional physical lamp. The Wolf House uses space intelligently, capturing a sense that nothing is truly permanent, nor safe, to create a darkly political fairy tale reminiscent of the 3 Little Pigs. The unnatural way characters are built and rebuilt, revealing the cracks and holes in each model, the peculiar manner of movement and eerie vocal performances lends a truly unsettling uncanniness to the Wolf House's animation that hugely resembles Jan Schwankmayer's own approach to stop-motion animation. The Wolf House begins with footage of the Colonia Dignidad, presented in the form like a propaganda documentary, highlighting seemingly positive aspects of the community such as its connection with nature and agriculture, encouraging community connection through hard work, and intentionally ignoring the figurative elephant in the room, the commune's human rights abuses, sexual abuse of minors, torture, and murder. The commune's founder, Paul Schaefer-Schneider, was also involved with smuggling weapons and the execution of Pinochet's political dissidents. After Augusto Pinochet's military dictatorship came to an end, the human rights violations of the Colonia Dignidad became more common knowledge, leading to Paul Schaefer-Schneider's sentence of 25 years in prison, where he died at the age of 88. With this knowledge of the Colonia Dignidad's connection to the Pinochet military dictatorship, these opening images of a romanticized and pacifist commune are intentionally questionable, serving as a form of propaganda. The viewer is told one thing, something highly unreliable, and which contradicts the truth of the matter. Viewing these opening images, there is a sense that something isn't quite right, something is uneasy, which is reinforced by the film's own text prompting the beginning of its narrative. A young girl, Maria, is punished to 100 days and 100 nights of silence due to her lack of obedience, often playing with the animals rather than working, causing 3 pigs to escape. 100 days and 100 nights of silence, no ability to talk to others within the commune, is itself a form of psychological torture and reflective of how the commune treated its own children for minor misbehaviours. This is what leads to Maria's escape from the commune, running into the woods. A wolf howls in the distance, motivating Maria to find any sanctuary. Discovering an abandoned home and 2 lone piglets inside, she attempts to build her own family and a loving home. The piglets gradually transform into human children, their hooves growing hands and feet, and once given clothing by Maria on Christmas Day, they physically grow into little children, Pedro and Anna. The Wolf House presents Maria as a character with maternal instincts, as she reveals that when she used to play with the animals back in the colony, she used to pretend to be their mother. She is a character who places a heavy emphasis on the mothering of Pedro and Anna, and the difficulties that arise for many mothers, the provision of food, and the protection from the world's dangers. It's certainly a likely intention that the name and character of Maria also carries with it the connotation of the Virgin Mary, a pure-hearted maternal figure who has attained motherhood of her children without sexual intercourse. However, a counter-interpretation to this near-romanticized religious interpretation could be that, due to the Colonia Dignidad's history of sexual abuse of minors, Maria may have been pregnant during her escape from the commune and desperately searched for a place of her own to raise her children before she could face a cruel punishment. The Wolf House can certainly be interpreted in a variety of ways, but the film's connection with maternity and its unique set of pressures certainly feels intentional. Throughout the Wolf House, there is often an ominous, humming voice of a German man, sometimes referred to as the Wolf by Maria and her children. The wolf is a calmly intimidating presence, under the guise of a gentle voice, providing passive-aggressive criticisms of Maria and her attempts at building a home, while also wishing to have entry into the house. If the Wolf House feels reminiscent of the classic Three Little Pigs tale, then the wolf certainly feels untrustworthy and suspicious. The wolf serves as an external force attempting to oppose and challenge Maria's intention for independence away from the commune, as if the wolf itself could be the colony's attempt to draw Maria back into their influence, rather than any literal wolf prowling the woods. The wolf is a predatory force, attempting to infiltrate Maria's life once again, and its attempts to criticize her home is a manipulative tactic to bring Maria back to the commune, as if to suggest that those living independently are destined to be worse off. This is somewhat reinforced in a story Maria tells her son Pedro about a dog who, disobeying its orders, runs away from a home which claims to love the dog unconditionally. With the dog never returning, the house is left feeling sad, knowing something bad has happened to the dog due to the wind carrying the scent of broken bones and injuries, but unable to do anything to help it. This short tale serves a double purpose: to tell Maria's children that they should never leave their home, or else she cannot protect them, but also it reflects Maria's own escape from the colony, a supposed disobedience, running away from a supposed home, never returning. There is a deeply ingrained sense of blame placed on Maria by the wolf, that she could not be maternal on her own, that she is required back within the commune. The Colonia Dignidad can safely be recognized as a cult, and escaping from the influences of a cult is never simple. As the children survive a fire, their skin restored by the supposed healing properties of the colony honey produced by the Colonia Dignidad, the children and Maria begin to run out of food, their remaining food rotting and bitter. The children's hunger leads to the intention of devouring their mother Maria. This allusion to cannibalism, a brutal and dark turn, can be reflective of the intense poverty under Pinochet's dictatorial rulership and to the desperation for survival, with Pedro and Anna's intent on taking the flesh of their mother Maria. This is also reflective of the taking of basic human rights of Chilean dissidents by the Colonia Dignidad under Augusto Pinochet's ruling, resulting in their tortures and executions. Maria, tied to her bed, is finally facing her own brutal torture, as the pig children she has raised aim to devour her, not unlike how pigs have a genuine reputation to eat anything. A sobering, brutal scene within a dark fairy tale, this perilous sequence holds deeply unsettling meaning behind its threat of violence. It is only when Maria calls for the wolf to help her, claiming she could not look after herself and that she must be cared for, that the metaphoric wolf enters the house. Like an ominous spirit, the wolf turns Pedro and Anna into trees, inhibiting their movement, and causes Maria's face to crumble, revealing a bird which rests on a branch that builds from the body of Maria before flying away. The wolf addresses the audience that Maria returned to the colony after a thorough search for her whereabouts, back to her home, and is restoring to good health. Maria's presentation as a bird flying back home serves as a misleading comfort, capturing a sense of her innocence and fragility. But how trustworthy is this wolf's statement of her safe return? With the infamous history of the Colonia Dignidad, it may be that, with Maria being found, she may have received a much more horrific punishment than she was initially given. It is likely that Maria would not survive under the influence of the colony. The wolf's concluding voiceover therefore serves as an unreliable narrator, stating one thing as a supposed fact, when in fact the truth is likely much darker, similar to the opening images of the romanticized portrayal of the Colonia Dignidad as a positive community, hiding away its actions of torture and execution. The wolf's voiceover serves as a reflection of propaganda, to be told one thing as truth when in fact another thing is the authentic truth. Therefore, what the wolf says in the end cannot be trusted. Much like the wolf in the Three Little Pigs fairy tale, there is an ulterior motive at play. In conclusion, The Wolf House is a darkly unsettling fairy tale filled with political subtext and meaning, providing a disturbing tale that works as both a bit of fantasy and a critical political allegory, with its uncanny animated presentation providing an additional layer of discomfort. The Wolf House provides a horrific realization of the extent of fascistic influence, the manipulation of violent cults, and the brutality of dictatorial regimes. Truly harrowing from beginning to end, few films can politically disturb like The Wolf House. A special thank you to my super Patreon supporters Gail and Konstantin Bombelli.